still watching Breakfast in Bed. Like I said before we went on that break, I said we're going to talk about Nigerian youths and wondering if when Nigeria clocked 64 on Tuesday, is there anything worth celebrating? For some, maybe they have a lot to celebrate. But as Nigerian youths, do we have anything to celebrate? It's worth thinking about. We grew up knowing that, people would tell us, be very good, be nice, you're leaders of tomorrow. Now, after so many years, I'm wondering, and many of us are wondering, are we still leaders? Has the tomorrow arrived? Or we're still leaders of tomorrow?
Tomorrow is
or
still in
maybe
front.
leaders of today. So sometimes you're confused that which of the days are we leaders of, either today
Or tomorrow.
But we have some great young men in the house. Let's celebrate young people. It's one thing they do. And so they're in the right position to tell us, well, do you think the youths are being celebrated enough as a country, as individuals, or do you think our future has not yet come? So we have Korede Adegbe and Boyega Akonde. Welcome to Breakfast in Bed.
Thank you for having us. It's such an honor. Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Now let's get straight into it. I'm going to start with Boyega first. Now, we grew up knowing that we're leaders of tomorrow. So is the tomorrow today, or the tomorrow is still tomorrow? What's your thoughts?
Well, I would say Nigerian youths are leaders of today, shaping tomorrow.
I like that.
Yeah.
Leaders of today shaping tomorrow.
Yes, because as we can see, Nigerian youths are taking on leadership roles already, making significant impact in various sectors such as politics, entrepreneurship, and innovation, even activism.
Okay,
So-
now when you say Nigerian youth, what's your age bracket of Nigerian youth? Because you mentioned politics. I know that the president of Nigeria is not a Nigerian youth. He's not a youth. The same way I know that so many governors are not youths. So when you say politics,
There are youth at mind now.
The age, are you trying to
the
get
age, what is your age range of youths?
I would say at least between the age of 20 up.
To what age? 40, 45?
Yeah,
45.
thereabout.
Okay. Now I'll put that there now because I think I can count the number of people in governments that are below 40, 45. But we'll come to that. Yeah. So Korede,
Yeah.
are we leaders of today or leaders of tomorrow?
Well, I am a scientist, so let's do a little bit of statistics.
Okay, I like that. Okay, then let's go there. Yeah.
Yeah, good. So, the United Nations, according to the United Nations, they said 63% of the total population of Nigeria are people below the age of 25. Yes. So, that means 126 million of the 200 million number of people in Nigeria are actually below the age of 25.
Okay.
So, you see, amongst that 126 million, they've also said 57 million are within the ages of 15 and 24.
Okay.
Yes, so just imagine if a country that, really works, really have this set of people to contribute to the society, just imagine what is going to happen to that country. And let me just, according to the statistics also, let me just give a little breakdown. Yes. Nigeria has, one of the youngest population in the world. In fact, we are number 6 on the list. Let me give you the countdown. The first is India, followed by China, followed by Indonesia, followed by the United States, followed by Pakistan, and then we have Nigeria as being number 6. Now, these 5 countries above us, they really do have something in common, maybe for the exception of one, maybe Pakistan. But we can see the China of today, we can see the India of today, and what the youths within that age bracket have really done. But especially in the tech space, especially in the innovative space. And I believe, yes, Nigeria will definitely work because we have this, this budding youth that are really, enthusiastic about doing something great about the country. So Nigeria belongs to the youth, not just for today, but definitely tomorrow is really, really brighter for Nigeria.
Yeah. So one honest question, yeah, is because we're talking about youths.
Yeah.
From your own side, do you think that the present youth we have now are really shaping up for tomorrow?
Yeah, let me quickly say something. Like I said, I'm a scientist. So, scientists, specifically geologists, they always use a theory or a principle called the principle of uniformitarianism, and that means when you use what you have in the present,
To get what you want.
to know what happened in the past. But when it comes to Nigerian youth, that's totally the opposite of everything. Yes, what we are experiencing presently is definitely going to shape what we are going to encounter in the future. And I will give you an example. Now, if the youth, probably of the pre-independent era and a little post-independent era, if the youth of today are being given same chances that they were given then, yes, we know of political leaders who became probably presidents or generals at the age of early 30s. But look at what we have today. It's totally not there. Yeah.
Okay, Wega, would you agree with what Corey said? Do you feel that the older people now, the older generation, they're not willing to give young people a chance? Would you subscribe to that?
Yes, I will. But the youth we have now, we are not agreeing to that. We are striving. We are putting in work. You see, so many youth out there have owned their own craft, and they are doing it well.
But they're not being recognized.
Yeah, it's a process. So we just keep striving. We keep moving.
One very important question is, okay, let's just put this instance now. Because basically, when you go online, when you go on social media and all, that's where the youths are usually loud and all. So do you think if they scrap that, do you think we still have a voice outside the social media?
Wega.
That's deep.
Because basically,
That's deep, right?
we're always very loud on
So,
social media
yeah.
and all. So basically,
That's
let
the
them
question.
scrap the social media and all. So do we still have a voice? Like, can we come out and express ourselves?
Wow. We still need the social media.
So you feel that without social media, we are voiceless?
Yes, I feel social media at this, present dispensation. I think social media is actually the voice of the people. Yes, you see this present dispensation, like I said earlier, like the dispensation of the Gen Zs. Yes, this is actually the dispensation where we need the social media.
Okay, Craig, I'm going to cut you there. So, but if we all agree that social media is very important, in amplifying our voices, then maybe we're just not as good as the older generation when they were young. Because they didn't have social media. And their voices were heard loud and clear. So do you think we're not even doing, maybe as young people, we're not doing as much as they used to do then?
Well, like I said earlier, you see the older generation were given lots of, greater opportunities. For instance, quality education, quality healthcare.
So our teachers very bad now. No, because we need to dissect, because we need to know where the situation is. Because if you're saying quality education, then I'm here looking at the teachers that, well, the people that taught these teachers when they were in school did very well. But when they eventually, these students, when they eventually became teachers, they did poorly. That's what is given in my head.
Yes.
Is it right?
Yes, please. Emphasis on quality.
Quality.
Yes.
Okay.
Emphasis on quality. Yes.
So the teachers.
Yeah. Also, basic amenities. Look at then
That's the government.
yes. Then it was it was really, really good. It was really, really, really good. So I just feel if the youth of today were given such chances, they would actually do far better than the older generation. Yes, the capabilities of the youth now has been diminished. They've actually boxed the youth into a certain position. You cannot even really, really voice out what you really want to voice out. Except you want to be, you just want to be.
Attack the rebel.
That is it. That is the word. That is the word.
So I really see sense in what you're saying. But now I'm not trying to be an advocate for the government because really we're all feeling what the government is doing. So I'm not trying to be an advocate.
Yeah.
But I'm just here trying to look at it. like the older when they were younger, I'm talking of the 70s. I knew that when they graduate from university, or something, they give them a car.
Yeah.
There are opportunities for them.
Yes, but I think as years went by, it reduced. Maybe maybe because of the population of people that now went to school increased. So do you think that there would have been ways for the government to have still kept up that momentum by supporting young people, despite the number of people that went to school?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, yes. I think as a country, especially Nigeria, I think we have the capability, yes, to continue this trend. Yes. And the fact that this trend had diminished is really one of the things affecting our society today. Yes. If this trend had continued, yes, probably Nigeria would have been a very, very much better place. And the Japa syndrome would have really, really, really reduced. Yeah.
I'm coming to that Japa syndrome. That Japa syndrome, forget that there's camera. Looking at the way the whole country is,
Do you want to?
Would you advise anybody that has the opportunity to Japa that, bro,
Leave all.
sis, Japa? What would you say?
My brother. See, bro, anyone that has the opportunity to move, please move.
So does this mean that there's no bright future for the country as Nigerians?
Nope.
There's something I don't understand here, because basically the countries we are going to, we have more of youths in different sectors there, because when you look at it in farming, agriculture over there, and here in Nigeria, you're telling a youth that, okay, going to agriculture is telling you, no, I can't farm, I can't do so. What ways do you think we can influence them, or try to push them into doing things because basically let's be honest with ourselves, yeah? At the end of the day, we have to farm. Because now we're saying food this, food that, but let's start from somewhere. And we need engagement.
Gary, you know why I have issues with? Why do we need to farm? Why don't we need to go to the oil? Why can't we work in oil companies? Why do you want me to work in agriculture? I don't want me to work in crude oil.
Baba Bumi.
Why? I want to understand.
Not everybody is fit to do all those things you're saying. There are people that they see. I won't lie to you. There are some things that
you saying you can't work in an oil company?
I can.
Not everybody is fit to farm also.
I want to get why the government is always coming every time to tell me to go and farm.
Yeah.
And not tell me that, you know what, we have employment in NNPC. Yeah. If you want to come, we can actually...
there's also money there's money in agriculture, don't you know?
And so, okay, I understand there's money in agriculture, but if I decide to go oil and gas, applaud me, advise people.
That's where we have issues, because we always wanted to just go to the top. You start from somewhere.
So oil and gas is top. So why do you want me to be at the bottom? No. This is questions that we need to ask.
Listen, Baba Bami just said, agriculture. Obviously, they will open big firms and all companies and all. Obviously, you work there. You are going to eat, Baba Bami. People will buy food.
Wait, but then, Corey, do you believe?
Baba Bami, the same oil, whatever you're saying, those food are there, would they not eat?
Do you believe that agriculture is the way forward in Nigeria?
Well,
so do you believe that Nigerian youth should, take cutlass and everything?
Go to farm.
Like the mother of the nation did, she planted in the compound. So would you say, as a Nigerian youth, you go and plant? That is the way forward. Are you looking at it that way?
Well, it depends. We cannot continue to just move in a one-way traffic kind of motion. Yes, we need to diversify as a people. Yes, we need to diversify. So I feel if the need arises that I should go into farming, I'll definitely do it.
So you mean you can farm?
Yes, I'll definitely do it.
So you can farm?
If the need arises, yes. Well, you can't expect especially food stuff to be on a high price, and I can actually plant and grow food.
You know why Corey said it can plant? It tilts towards science. You understand? You understand.
Baba Bumi.
But can you plant? Do you want to plant?
Let's be honest.
Actually, I can plant.
But do you want to? Is it your line?
It doesn't have to be your line.
It does. Yeah.
You're right. Wait. Do you see it as something, as your future?
No.
You don't see it as a future,
No.
but you see oil and gas.
Why is it this oil and gas? See, what we let's put this instance now. Like, you are at home now. You actually want to prepare something just little, and you've planted maybe like some onions.
Yeah.
Do you know what the amount of onions in the market now?
Especially vegetables. Yeah.
Just go to your backyard or just go somewhere like here. You planted
Actually, I have that in my compound.
so that's even reducing the amount you even spend going out to even get these things.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying.
Okay, on a very serious note, we have all this planted in our compounds and all, yes, agriculture and all. But now, I'm sure you're not going to use your tomato and onions to get into public transport.
Nope.
No.
I'm sure you're not going to use that to buy clothes for
Yes,
yourself.
you're right.
I'm sure you're not going to use that to pay for power and electricity.
You're right.
I'm sure you're not going to use that to do the basic things, even in church.
Do you know there's a saying
Now we can, yes, a pastor saying we should bring 40% in church.
Baba Bumi.
And I'm sure our onions is not what we're going to use for
Baba
the 40%.
Bumi. Do you know there's a saying that goes like this, that an hungry man is an angry man.
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, when you have something in your tummy, basically it reduces the whole pressure and stress. Because basically when you go out now, look, ask out of 10 people, 9 or no, not let's not say 9, 7 or 6 will tell you I've not eaten today. So basically it puts pressure on people. So basically if you have a friendly community, people that okay, yeah, at least I have the basic things around me, I can easily just access this, and at least it reduces the whole pressure. But now basically, so is this someone that has never eaten that will tell you, oh, basically we have
Go through. But then, wait, do you think, let's look at employment. Let's come to employment.
Okay.
How well are we faring as a nation when it comes to employing our youths in giving them jobs? As a government and as the private sectors, how well do you think Nigerian youths are getting
jobs. To me, I think we need to do more in that aspect.
We need to do more.
Yeah, our government needs to do more in that aspect. People are not getting jobs. If you check the street, you see people. No, the social amenities. We don't have enough presently. So we need to do more. Government really need to work towards that. You understand? So.
Freddie, what about you?
Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks ago. Someone said even to get fuel in Nigeria, you need connection.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's basically what has been the bedrock of employment saga in Nigeria right now. Everybody needs somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
And let's
to
be
pull
honest
them
with
up.
ourselves. The moment you cut out that connection, I think things will be plain.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly,
things
yeah.
will be plain.
I really do feel so too, and I think a lot of opportunities will arise. People that do not have anybody that can support them can actually rise up to become somebody. So
Okay, but then looking at it, we won't just blame when it comes to employment, because people in government might be watching. We won't just blame the government. Do you think the private sector? Do you think they're actually contributing in sorting out this employability issue?
Well, I feel the private sector is actually there to complement the effort of the government.
So the government is the major player, right?
Exactly.
But then we're always being told. Now this is why I get it. I don't get it. We're always being told that the government cannot provide jobs for everybody, which is understandable.
Yeah.
Obviously, the government cannot provide jobs for everybody. But then they always tell us to go and learn skills. Learn skills to complement. How important is learning skills for young people?
Well, I feel learning skill should be a personal advantage. Yes. If you are learned in a particular skill set, it's to your advantage. For instance, if you know how to cut hair, and you travel out of the shores of the country,
That's money.
yes, you'll make good living. You know how to do. So I feel learning skill is actually a very, very good thing. It's a very good initiative, and I think the government should actually put out these incentives that can help people, especially for people that do not have the required means to learn certain skills. I feel the government should also help in giving out these incentives.
Because most times
Let's even be honest, not even in this economy, because I overheard someone telling a lady saying if you want to come and learn tailoring, you have to pay up to like 300,000 compared to those days that it's about 50K. You would obviously, and now
the person teaching needs to survive, needs to fend for themselves. So obviously you pay 300, 400,000. And even these days, I've seen so many initiatives where they say they're supporting youths, and I see them giving them grinding machines.
grand Pepe.
Giving them shawarma, whatever.
Well.
And then I'm here wondering, that is that the skills they're telling us to learn?
Well.
And these people will come out and say that you should learn skills. So I think there's a problem. Now I'm going to come to you, Gwega, because we have an unfinished business. Because when you started, you said that the politicians, there are young people in politics. I don't know. Please, maybe you can tell me. There's no Nigerian president.
Yeah.
That has ever been a president that was born after 1960. You can correct me if I'm wrong. The closest person to it is Goodluck Jonathan. I was born in 1957. And then you're telling them, you come out to say Nigerian youths, they're important. The fact that you get an appointment does not mean that you're in politics.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I feel that being in politics is when you come out to contest and people see you that you're worth it.
Yeah.
Anybody can get an appointment now. If my cleaner has been very good to me for the past 20, 25
Obviously,
years,
yeah, you
I can
consider.
say, well, my cleaner can be the honorable minister for special duties. It doesn't really matter. But when a young person comes out to prove his or her worth and saying, vote for me, and Nigerians vote. Now, let me come to you again. Do you think Nigerians are willing to vote for young people and put them in positions of power? Because sometimes you might just look at, well, the youths are ready, but our Nigerians, our fathers and mothers, do you think they can trust us with power, with authority?
Do you trust yourself?
Okay,
you
the
even
question
trust
is,
yourself?
do I trust myself?
Okay, do you think that the older people, looking at them, listening to what they say, do you think they're ready to support us?
I think they are all seeing what is happening at the moment in the country. You know, even the ones we call our fathers, see what they are doing to us presently. So
Do you think a 29-year-old can rule us? Be honest. If we have the chance.
Nah, 29-year-old is still.
It's still young.
Still young.
See?
Can you imagine?
You see? Korede, what do you think? Do you think if a 29-year-old
It's still
comes to you and
Yeah.
says, Korede, I want to be the president of Nigeria. I have all the resources. Please vote for me. What will be your thought? Now, bearing in mind that this 29-year-old, you knew when you guys were young. You knew the things that he did or she did when they were young.
Tell you about the president.
So would you support? No, because it starts with us as a person.
Yeah.
Will you support that person?
Well, let me say something very,
Yes.
very quickly. Yes, I did my National Youth Service Corps with the House Committee on Aviation in National Assembly. And I was, to my surprise, I saw a very, very young legislator, late 20s. I was amazed. I was really, in Nottingham though, I was really, really fascinated, to see somebody that young being a legislator. That means, yes, it proved to me that there's probably a little hope for the youth. Yes. So I feel in politics, it's a gradual process. You need to go through these processes. So imagine that person that was, I don't know if he is still a legislator, became a legislator in his late 20s. Definitely, if he has done well, if he decides to become a senator, yes, people can actually vote for him. If he decides to be a governor, they can actually vote for him.
Okay, we're running out of time today. So now I'm just going to, the major thing I think there is that you go through the processes.
Exactly.
So I'm just of the opinion, before we leave, is if you go through the processes and you start your process in your 20s, obviously before you get to being the president, you're already in your 50s. You're no longer a youth. So we can't just wake up and say, yes, 29-year-old will
Yeah.
But thank you for coming to Breakfast in Bed. It was quite insightful. Thank you, Boyega.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so
It was
much.
nice having you guys. And thank you for celebrating Nigerian youth.
Yes.
Thank you for doing
Yes.
your best in
Yes.
your own little way.
Thank
You
you.
guys are doing great and we appreciate you.
Thank you so
That
much.
it's time to leave.
Yeah, we have to run off. See you next weekend. I am Adedayo Kende.
Thank you for watching Breakfast in Bed. I am Babumi Agbibi. Be good.